Brother, thank you very much for willing to join us and then tell us what's happening in Nigeria. If I hear correctly and see on social media correctly that there is a genocide towards Christians in Nigeria. Christians, men and women and children are being murdered. Christians are being kidnapped. They've been displaced from their homes. So you are someone who is in the area. Would you kindly tell us what have you seen, what have you observed, and what's happening over there?
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity you've given unto us to lend our voice concerning what is going on. First of all, we sincerely want to appreciate what people are saying, even on the social media. And there is this argument that is going that is not a genocide concerning a specific people, the Christian. But before we draw any conclusion, there are so many variables that we need to look into that will help us so that at the end we'll be able to say on whether it is a genocide against Christians or not. Of a truth, the killings involve Muslims and Christians, and even non-religious people. They are involved. But first of all, the variables that we need to look into is, one, those that are behind the killings. Apart from those that are behind the killings, we need to see the ratio of the casualties. The ratio of the casualties will be able to help us see whether or not it is a genocide against a certain race. Apart from that one, we need to see also there are people that are benefiting from what is happening in Nigeria. There are some group of people that are benefiting. And then the kind of attack that we are receiving. So first of all, as I said, the people behind this, there are people who are planning and then carrying out these activities. About 100%, if not mistaken, are Muslims. Even though to some certain extent they kill also the Muslims themselves. But in a community where we have like 100 people and then 20 are Muslims, 20 are Christians, the 80 are Muslims. And if 30 are killed, and then the 20 that are Christians are all killed, and then we have 10 to 15 Muslims, it is already showing that in that area, the Christians have been wiped completely. And then, as I said, the people that are carrying this out are all Muslims. And if they are all Muslims, because I have never had a Christian group going to attack a certain set of people. And if that is so, what is their aim? What are they looking for? Because there is no provocation, there is nothing. So these people, they have an agenda. Terrorism is not just like that. Terrorism has an aim. They have what they want. And if they have what they want, what exactly do they want? They want to alienate the non-Muslims, which by extension, the Christians. And then, as I said, there are some people that are into this that do not understand what they are doing. And you hear people saying that even yesterday or so, I had an African leader saying that this thing is a lie, that there is no genocide in Nigeria, that even Muslims are involved. Yes, Muslims are involved, as I said. That is in the far north, where Christians are less in number. But what is the aim of those attacks in the northeast? The intention is different from what is happening in the Middle Belt. The intention of what is happening in the northeast and that of the Middle Belt are different. And that is why First of all, when we started this issue of crisis in Nigeria, it was at first religious crisis. It was called religious crisis. That was a battle between Christians and Muslims. And at those points, the ratio of the casualties of victims cannot be, the margin cannot be expressed, because it was always in the urban area. But when they saw that one, when they discover that they are also affected, they go into a different tactics. And then the issue of the Boko Haram came in. The Boko Haram had an intention. They had their target. And their target was the Christian community. Their target was the church. They will go bomb churches, bomb and then kill people even in churches, even though they attack even some Muslims. But we've never heard of a mosque that was raised down with the imam and other set of people. But in our own case, when they come to a church, they destroy the church, they kill the pastors and even their families. They destroy them. So what are they looking for? After the Boko Haram, they discovered that yes, with the bombing and other things like that, security measures were put in public places because they were attacking public places. They saw that one was not giving them what they want. And so they go back and then strategize. And then they came in with the issue of the Fulanis, the bandits. You see, people, they keep branding their names. They keep rebranding their names from Boko Haram. Then in the Middle Belt, the Boko Haram was in the northeast, the far north. But when it came to Middle Belt, the first thing was unknown gunmen. And that was what people keep saying. Unknown gunmen. Are these men spirits? Are these people not humans? But they keep naming them unknown gunmen, unknown gunmen, unknown gunmen. When that name was to a point that they discovered that it would raise issue, they changed it to bandits. After banditry now, it becomes what? The issue of the Fulani came in. And instead of seeing them as terrorists, they look at them as just what? They keep on saying it is Fulani or Headers what? Farmers clash. Who clash with who? When we are talking of clash, it should be people on opposite motion that brings about clash. But these people will go to a village, wipe out the community completely, and then take over that land, settle there, and even rename those places. What are we talking about? What are we really talking about? So what is their intention? They will go, people will farm their produce, take time, take care of the farm. When it is close to production, it will what? They will come and put their cows inside. And nobody can dare say anything. None of these people have ever been arrested. The Fulani walk around freely with AK-47, guiding their cows. But if any member of the community, you are seen with just a cutlass, you will be asked, why are you carrying that thing by the law? So the law does not catch the Fulani man. The law does not catch the bandits or the Boko Haramis. But on the indigene, the law is always heavy on them. I want to, in 2012 or 2014, 2012 specifically, 7 July 2012, that was the first attack on one village on the plateau. When they attacked that village, they killed people, burned their house, destroy what they could destroy. And when the people were doing their own mass burial for their people, for the victims on the 8th, that is the previous day, the same set of people came back again. That on that process, we lost 2 parliamentarians, a senator and a serving senator at that time, and a House of Assembly member died on the process of what? Trying to escape that attack. And this keep on going. Last year, they entered Mangu in such a way that hundreds of people were killed because they discovered that the urban attack, the urban religious crisis was not giving them what they want. So the target now is villages. The villages, all, if not mistaken, all are Christians. They will go there, attack, burn their houses. When they attack, if people, the few that escape, run away, they will go in, loot their resources, loot everything, and then set the house ablaze. The one that is not born, if they can take over the possession of those villages, they do. So if people are saying it's not a genocide against some set of people, we don't really know what they meant by that. But I want to bet you that there are some people that are benefiting from what is happening, as I said earlier. There are some people that are benefiting from it. Apart from those that are the masterminds of what is happening, apart from those that are the visionaries of what is happening, apart from those that are sponsoring what is happening, there are some people that are innocently, there are some people that are ignorantly benefiting. They are benefiting because they are making their living out of it. So with all that is happening, as I said, there are some people that are benefiting. So some of them will come out to defend what they are benefiting from by saying it's not a genocide. If you look at what happens after the president of America's tweet, you discover that so many things have changed, have taken place in this country now because of that tweet. If Nigeria will be sincere to herself, what is happening? One time, General T.Y. Danjuma have always been coming out to say it, that even the army are colluding with the bandits. And so the innocent man is not safe in this country. We are not safe. He keeps saying it. He keeps saying that people should try by all means to defend themselves because the government have failed in the defense of the innocent Nigerians. And that is why they will come out plain to tell you that there is nothing like genocide in Nigeria. Genocide is the killing or the murder of a race or a group of people. And a race is a group of people that are united, that are together, whether belief or communal. So if a community can be wiped out completely without any trace of those responsible for the attack, what are we saying? Is it not a genocide? Is it not enough to say that, to hear the cry? How many lives have gone in Nigeria as a result of this? And we've never heard of any arrest and prosecution of these people. Some times ago, the names of sponsors, whether it is true or not, were mentioned, but nobody went after those people. Nobody go after those people. So, and I want to believe what people are hearing. Yes, please, those that are saying that nothing like that is happening, that even Muslims are killed. Yes, Muslims are killed, but the ratio of the killings is a different one altogether. It's a different ball game. And the reason is also a different thing. If they are killing people in the northwest or in the northeast that Muslims are involved, as I said earlier, the ratio is what matters. Their intention is what matters. I want to believe there are some that if they say no to them, that this thing they are doing is not good, they will go after them. Because these are people that will want to fight their war, their intention. So they will go after them. So the truth is that this country is in a mess because the security is not standing up to its responsibility to defend the lives of the helpless Nigerian. Most especially in the Middle Belt. What happened on the plateau? What happened in Nasarawa? What happened in Benue? Plateau Benue specifically. This thing is targeted at the Christians. There is nothing, and then southern Kaduna, and then southern part of Bauchi State. The previous government, the previous governor of Kaduna State came out plain. And so it's truly a genocide against the Christian faith. And I think nothing less. Thank you.
So I'm hearing from you, even though there are claims that this is not genocide against Christians, because there are Muslims who are being murdered or killed. You are pointing out, well, when you look at the numbers, you get to see in that village, all of the Christians are being wiped. All of the Christians are being murdered. Therefore, there is an intentional attack against Christians. Therefore, you are identifying this as a genocide. It is such a strange that the world chooses to not see it. And you express that even though people who are going after Christians, and especially after non-Muslims, they are just rebranding them, but none of them ever been arrested or punished. I'm finding that as shocking. Daylight, you expressed that in the daylight, people went into the churches, murdered pastor and his family. That happening in the daylight, and still these murderers are on the street, not even on the street, but on their way to next village to murder more people. That is very shocking. But as you expressed, your government is not protecting you. There are lots of people who are benefiting from this. It fits in people's agenda. Therefore, outside attention is needed. Would you be kind enough? I know those things are usually painful, but kind of tell me how they enter the village's daylight and burn people. Like, have you seen or have you experienced someone who kind of got murdered or got kidnapped by these Islamic terrorists?
Okay. Just as I said earlier, in 2012,
yeah,
a village called Massa in Riom local government, that was when the first village attack took place that claimed the life of hundreds of people on the 7th July 2012. And the next day, they were trying to do the mass burial in that same village, that the same attackers came back to attack them during the burial, that we lost 2 parliamentarians in the process. The recent one in Mangu local government last year, and then Michere in Bokos local government. We have places like Basa local government on the plateau. We have places like Barkinladi, where now there are some villages. There are some villages that the occupants now are those that came and attacked the village. They attacked the village pursue the people, kill those that they will kill, and those that could run and escape to refugee camp could not go back to their villages. The occupants now are Fulani themselves. And in recent past also, there are so many villages and the records are there. The one that is being posted by a Reverend Dachomo, concerning that of Dogona Hawa in Jos South here, that hundreds of lives, men, women, and children were destroyed. So there are so many places, only some few local government on the plateau that has not been attacked, only some few. So these attacks are carried out by the same set of people. There is a place that I may not want to mention the name, but they have renamed the place. They have claimed the place, renamed it as their watchtower. They call it in Hausa Mahanga. But it was a tribal name. They have renamed that place. And that is where most of their machineries comes from. They will go and attack villages from different places and go back in that same place. So many villages on the plateau are attacked.
So you are pointing out first attack started in back 2012. That's like 13 years ago.
Yes.
It's not like something started yesterday. It's been going on for whole decade. For whole decade, villages are being wiped out. People are being murdered. So what happened? Like you talked about, they go into the churches and then murder Christians during the time of worship. Do they ask priests or pastors to become a Muslim before they murder, or they just go in and then they murder and then they just leave?
Well, for now, it was only when it was a religious crisis that when they catch you, they may ask you to denounce your faith or they kill you. But after those attacks, just as I said, it started with a religious crisis, and which it was mostly in the urban area. And when it happens in the urban area, people were able to also defend themselves. And so it discovered that the casualty was such that you cannot say whether Muslim or Christian outweigh the other, because it was in an urban area. So when they discover that they are being affected in those urban areas, they change their tactics and then start attacking the villages where majority or all are Christians. So when they do this, they do it without even giving you an opportunity to say anything, because they come to only kill and destroy. They don't give you opportunity whether you should denounce your faith or whatever. No, they come at night, kill anything human, and then before daybreak, they go.
So how can the world, I know people have been intentional to be silent about it, how can world or outside of government outside of the Nigeria can help? What do you expect people to do? How can people stop this genocide?
Well, Asiba, if it will go the way, if the United States government, has the president of United States has made a statement, if that can be pursued, I think it will help us. Because I want to believe that it is an answered prayer that the president of America is making this statement. Because people in this country have been crying without any help. They have been crying and asking questions, but nothing is coming. Just as I said, T.Y. Anjuma has come out plain to make a statement that the army, the security apparatus are what? They are colluding with the bandits. They are colluding with the terrorists. At some point, they are the ones that will what? When after they attack, they will bring their machineries and keep. And the intention for some of us is to protect and to guard against reprisal attack. It is not as if it was intentional to protect the innocent. Because there is no point when you hear you have security alert tips, you have threats, and then people call you to tell you that this is the threat in this area, and you don't go there to protect. It is after the attack before you will go there. You will put curfew, and then you go there, and then you man your tent there with intention to protect. And then even if they come to attack, you are not there to defend even the helpless. So for long, this has been going on. It has been going on. So if the president of United States will stand on what he has said, and I want to use this to beg him that nobody should convince him to step down or to step down what he has said. I want to believe that, yes, as I said, if anybody will say Nigeria does not need help, it's a lie. Because the military themselves, there are some of them in the military, I'm sorry to say this, there are some of them that are in the security architecture of Nigeria. And that is why you discover that they are unable to quench down the attacks in Nigeria. During Goodluck Jonathan regime, they made mention of it, that some of the Boko Haramis are in his cabinet, were in his cabinet. So if we'll have people that are supposed to protect the people planning against the people, then I think we really need help in this country. We really need it. If the world can unite and come to the rescue, I don't know how they will do it, but we need help.
Do you feel safe? You express that government is not there to protect you. So how do you protect yourself? What do people do? They just wait middle of the night, or they don't sleep at night, so that if someone comes middle of the night to attack them, they can run away. So what do people do? How do you protect themselves? And do you feel safe?
Honestly, if I would tell you, the common man in Nigeria is not safe. We are living only on the grace that God is the one sustaining us. Just, we have been saying it clear that just as the Bible says that if the Lord does not protect, that is our anchor in this country. This is the anchor of most communities in Nigeria and on the plateau and Benue specifically, that the Lord is the one that is protecting us. So we don't have confidence in our security men any longer.